Kansas Sports HQ here, episode 48, Christmas Eve, and Palm Springs Collegiate League will be joining us soon. Pretty excited about that. How are you guys this morning?
Excellent.
Excelente.
I come bearing gifts to you guys. So you have to open it. Well, Sheldon, you won't open yours because yours is in the
Muy
mail.
bueno gifso.
Sheldon's gift will be coming in the mail, but I do have it wrapped for Dave right here.
Okay, thank you.
Sean told me that he didn't feel like getting me a Christmas present, so we now are giving you that one today.
No, that's not from Sheldon. That's not from Sheldon. Sheldon's gonna hate that gift. I'm telling you. At least part of it.
It's probably like probiotics.
No,
Some good stuff for the gut. Gotta love that. It's always a good present.
No, you don't need it. Probiotic, or is it? You need it.
Probiotic, whatever. Let's see.
If it's biotic.
I use the box from the protein bars, so
Okay.
don't be misled.
Don't be misled.
Yeah.
Nice. 1 minute with God for Men.
So I also got you that as well.
He did get me something.
So we'll do this. You know, we can do this every morning. You know, once I get back before we hop on, and then here's the thing that Sheldon hates right here. Just pure anger from this guy.
Who's number 13?
Oh, you know.
Brock Purdy.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh,
well, now I know it.
He's so
Yeah.
mad right now. You can see it. He's just like, oh, that is the worst quarterback in the league.
Ah, man, thank you so much.
Yes,
what
of
a
course, of
wonderful Christmas present for the 49er
Yeah.
fan.
Thank you so much.
Sheldon's is in the mail.
You'll
so
at
it
least
should
have
be-
that. It'll be you'll retire it to your garage wall within a couple years, so don't worry.
No,
Brock Purdy thing?
no, he's here for the long haul.
I just retire all of the past Packers players onto my garage wall.
Oh,
So-
staple them up there. Just
Yeah.
let them go.
They're out to pasture in the garage. That's all it is.
Yeah.
See you later.
It's pretty impressive wall. Yeah, a lot of gold jerseys. I don't think they ever donned the actual gold jersey, though,
Yeah, not much.
which is probably good.
I think I have like 4 Rodgers jerseys up there, though. Rodgers was a big one.
I mean, you have to.
I mean, he was there forever.
As a goat.
Also, I don't think we're live on Instagram.
What?
The RTMP didn't work, so I apologize to you viewers. Don't know what to do there, but yep.
Yeah.
My bad.
All good. All good. You know, the Instagram people will.
Sean, thank you for this. That's fun and
Absolutely.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. I got these a while ago, but I think we can probably pop into that, January 1st when we're back, and before we hop on. And
I know we talked about it for a long time.
I know.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I
we-
finally, I kind of looked into this one a little bit. Saw it on, I think it was on like TikTok Shop or something. But I looked into it a little bit, just be like, it'd be something good we can all kind of
Get into
do
it.
before we hop on and stuff in the morning. So it'd be
Yeah,
good.
wonderful.
Just in the spirit of this holy holiday coming up tomorrow, I just wanted to read from Luke 2 to kick it off as we, just want to wish I'm going to have to hop off here pretty soon. I got before the guest gets on, because I don't say anything when guests are on anyways. But just Merry Christmas to everybody. Really hope your holidays are great. Everybody who follows this because you just, think it's interesting, which is awesome. Or if you're a Parisi family, KCLB family, Summer Ball Showdown family, and then however else we know you, just thank you so much. Really enjoy this holiday season. But I just wanted to read from Luke 2 as we get prepared for tomorrow on Christmas Day, so celebrate the birth of our Savior. So Luke 2, in those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration when Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all went to be registered, each to his own town. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house of the lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child. And while they were there, the time came for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling cloths, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. And in the same region, there were shepherds out in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them. And they were filled with great fear. And the angel said to them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. And this will be a sign for you. You will find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of heavenly hosts praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among those with whom he is pleased. And when the angels went away from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, Let us go over to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known to us. And they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in a manger. And when they saw it, they made known a saying that had been told to them concerning this child. And all who heard it wondered at what the shepherds told them, but Mary treasured up all these things, pondering them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen, as it had been told to them. And at the end of 8 days, when he was circumcised, he was called Jesus, the name given by the angel before he was conceived in the womb. Amen. I saw something this morning was really interesting too about the manger. So a manger, we're kind of like grow up thinking the manger's, like this little wooden thing, some haystack, and then the baby was laid. It's actually was it's a stone, like a stone feeding trough. And shepherds know through sacrifice to God, before Jesus is there, to put that sacrificial lamb in a feeding trough in that manger. So a manger is that stone feeding trough. So they know when they see this baby who is supposed to be their Savior and the one and only sacrifice for the rest of the time for their sins, they know the importance of him being in that manger. So that was really cool. I saw that this morning, so I want to share that as well. So, anywho.
Love it.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you too, Sean. I just want to point out that some of the chili post about chili with beans or no beans has been getting some good comments. So that's fun.
Okay, old Kenny got into the comments making fun of Dave.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean,
which is he has
it's kind of on a point. Yeah, I
Dave
read
is
that.
Sometimes
and I thought,
afraid to poop.
That's fair.
It's fair. I mean,
no, not afraid. Not afraid. Just everything makes it happen a little differently.
Yeah, that post is funny.
Yeah,
That should be a
it's
good
good
one.
stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Got the giveaway one more day.
Oh yeah.
Preezy giveaway. So make sure if you haven't gotten into that,
To that point. Sorry, I'm going to talk again. But to that point,
it's good.
this is the most you've talked in a while.
I
So
know.
It's good, though.
take over, please.
I know I'm
Here, let me
talking to
mute
it.
my screen.
Actually, did I even get this? You probably got muted. So the kid who won it last year, I was going to say this the other day if it came up, but the kid who won it last year was Gabriel Salinas.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our end of the month testing the last 2 days here at Parisi, and so we got a lot of kids came in and improved a lot. We can go over a few of the highlights, of course. Maybe when we get back, or today, whatever. Let me see if I can find Gabriel in here. So just to show you, I mean, Gabriel had already been with us a little bit before he, for about roughly a year before he got this free training, but just for show, I mean, this is the progress he made in a year, and he tested almost every month. So his test results in January 2025, kind of his first eval after he won the free year of training, he tested a 189. So this is pretty much exactly a year ago, a little less than a year ago. In December of this year, so yesterday, or 2 days ago, I guess Monday, he tested a 331. So in a year, he went up 150 points. So he added 2 chin-ups, which is, it's a big deal, especially at that age. His 10-yard sprint went down almost 0.2 of a second. His 20-yard sprint went down over 0.1 of a second. His vertical jump went up an inch. His 5-hop went up 5 feet. So pretty much, a foot per jump on that. And then his 5-10-5 almost went down a whole second. And like I said, the chin-ups went up too. It's a really special giveaway that we give out, obviously, but just to give you a picture of what can be done in a year when you stay consistent. And, Gabriel obviously has been pretty much consistent for, I would say, probably 9 months out of the year. and he's made a ton of progress, and he's just 11 years old. So, and I remember when he first came in a few years ago, that kid was quiet as could be, and now he's the more confident you are in movement, the more confident you are as a person. That's just how it is, and the more confident you are in your sport. So, to that point, we had some other really good progress in testing, and this is always a tough one because it's only 3 weeks from the last one. So a quicker turnaround, and plus, kids are, instead of being in school all day and kind of active and busy, they're coming from their homes, maybe laying around all day. Maybe they were doing stuff, but
It's just a short.
I was running
short
around. I was
month
playing
anyway.
Madden.
yeah, but it
Yeah.
was a good couple days here, and looking forward to breaking in the new year with some more people and maybe another promotion coming up. We'll see.
Oh, we can tell the promotion. That's okay.
Yeah. So we got our BOGO deal coming up in January. Buy one, get one.
Yep.
$150. You can buy up to 6 months. You get 1 month and then one free month for that $150. So you can be set for the whole year. Even if you miss out on this giveaway, you can be set for the whole year with training at a pretty
need to
highly
look at that.
discounted price right there.
I need to look at the specs on the giveaway because the first day it already had like 150 comments. Like it was
It's
moving on
popping
Facebook.
off again, man. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. You guys have been lighting those posts up. Yeah, it's BOGO deal is always a really good one. You can, get 1 month for 2 or 2 months for 4, 3 months for 6, so on and so forth, up to 6 months. And that's unlimited training. So come in as many times as you want to over the course of the month, and come work with us, come get better with us. And love to have you in. So
Yeah, on Facebook, Instagram, there's 178 comments, 42 likes, 24 shares. So I think those are like a combined post, and I haven't even looked at TikTok yet, but I know TikTok was cruising on the views.
Flying.
Yeah, it had the most views in a post in a while. I think it was at 2,000 yesterday. So
that's pretty crazy.
that's it today. So yeah, that'll have some likes on there too. That one's gonna suck. I'm not gonna lie, because I gotta have to type
all those
every
names.
single
Yeah.
one of those down, which is brutal. But it's all good.
Maybe bring in the wheel.
All good.
The wheel would be fun.
Can't really do that. I'm still gonna type them all in if I did it that way.
Yeah.
which- just not getting around typing them out some way or another. I guess that way you don't have to cut it. But no, I don't want to do that.
Side
So-
note, Sean, who you taking, Broncos or Chiefs on Christmas Day?
Well, I'll be watching, but yeah, probably the Chiefs all the way. Chiefs all the way. With who's the quarterback? I don't even.
I don't know. I thought they signed somebody, but
They
Phillip
picked up
Rivers?
It was a guy.
Alex Smith is back.
He's a practice squad guy from like the Giants or something like that. wasn't
so
DeVito.
oh, I have no idea.
it?
So you got Cowboys,
used on it.
Commanders, Lions, Vikings.
Let's go
Bron-
Vikings.
Broncos,
You won't hear me say
Chiefs.
that very often. Let's go Vikings.
Wow.
What do they do?
Yeah, the
The
skull.
skull.
It's like the long jump.
Yeah.
I'm only used to.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. You
yeah,
can't clasp those hands
yeah, you
together, or
can't-
else it becomes a I don't know.
Something.
But yeah, hopefully they can. That'd be nice. Make our life easier. But
One of our listeners said the Broncos are going to win.
well, I mean, you can kind of state
How
the
do they
obvious if you want. Sure.
I mean, it could be one of those random things. You never know.
Christina, thank you. Merry Christmas, Christina.
Yeah.
Oh, you already replied to that. There you go.
I do not know. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think Sam will be joining us here soon.
Yep.
Nice.
He's out in Philadelphia
That's the other side of the world for him.
with his fam bam. Usually he's out in California at College of the Desert,
Ah.
and that's
Nice.
where he coaches baseball. And then he is also involved in the Palm Springs Collegiate League that comes to the Summer Ball Showdown. He's always super excited to be out here. I think Sean and Sam smoked a cigar at the
we
player
shared a
tent
cigar.
last
that was
year.
a good time. That was a good cigar. Chris Oladokun is the backup. Was he the guy who got in last week after Minshew went down? Oladokun?
I didn't
Because
watch
he's been with the Chiefs for a few years on the
I
practice
didn't
squad.
watch that game.
Oh, okay. Sorry. They do not have another quarterback on their practice squad, according to our lads' depth charts, which is what I usually look at.
Gotcha.
That's all right. The Chiefs will pull off the upset, not sneak into the playoffs because it's impossible. But
And then the Chiefs are moving to Kansas.
yeah, going to Kansas. Look at that. Kansas got a pro sports team.
Hey, we're in there.
Hey.
I'm going to have to be a partial fan.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I mean, how cool would it be to host a Super Bowl right here in Kansas, only 2.5 hours away?
No way they would ever do that unless they make it a indoor stadium.
It's
It
going to be
is.
domed?
It's going to be domed.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why part of why they're doing that. All right, yeah, why not?
Oh,
Because then they want to be able to utilize it.
Arrowhead, move it over because that's pretty easy probably, and then put a dome on top.
I mean,
Put a big
but
tunnel?
they want to go. They want to go like some cool state of the art facility. The Chiefs are moving their headquarters over there. Their practice facilities
They'll
will all
figure
be
it
in there and all that good stuff. So it's just
That's good.
it's a cool move for the state of Kansas.
I mean, for the last however many years since they've been doing like report cards on facilities and everything around the league, Chiefs are always grading like
Bottom.
low. And there's like the worst facilities, worst locker rooms, all that. I mean, obviously Arrowhead's a really awesome place, but historical, great stadium, big stadium, loud. But it's just, I mean,
they did say they designed the stadium to be louder. I don't know how
Obviously.
you're going to do that other than just acoustics with the
well,
dome.
you look at like Seattle's is kind of like a half dome, and it kind of keeps.
Yeah, it funnels all the sound back in. I don't
I hope
know.
that trend slows down, though. We're going to, before long, you're not going to have many outdoor venues anymore.
Lambeau, baby. It'll be the only
Oh,
one.
we ain't done.
Yeah.
No.
Going up there.
That's
No.
such
Love
an,
the cold.
that's such
Trust
an
me, that
advantage.
vote I will get to vote
Yeah.
on. And that'll be a big NO.
Yeah, just I mean, you look at the Bills' new stadium. They're putting a lid on it too, and trying to make it a little more, feasible for the fans to enjoy the game. But doing some stuff like
They don't
that.
like getting
They're-
hired by the Bills to
they're
do
doing
snow removal.
They're doing it so that way they can all try to eventually host Super Bowls.
Sure.
That's the main thing. Which sure, economically you get it, but there's something to say about football games in the wintertime and being out there in the elements and like
Well,
that's
the
part of
The Super
sport.
Bowl is in Santa Clara this year, and it's not a dome.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
It's in the nicer part of weather of the country. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
Sure.
Eventually they're going to move the Super Bowl out of America. They'll
You might
probably
get
put
a
it in, like,
light
Brazil or
breeze out
something.
there or something, but I highly doubt it's going to be bad weather.
There he is. Good morning, Sam. How are you?
What's up? Freezing.
How cold is it where you are?
No, it's not bad at all. I'm just even in this weather.
Well,
Muted himself.
yeah, something happened.
Even in this weather, he's
Bye.
Philadelphia Mafia got him.
Oh,
Johnny the
he just sent me a text. He said, "Whoops, iPad died."
Oh,
Give me a second.
I'm gonna hop off.
All right.
Merry
Sean.
Christmas, everybody. I got a few lessons to get to before I head out of town. So
Iowa bound. What?
no, you can.
No, you can leave.
Shut her down.
Yeah, you leave the studio so you can. It'll just upload from there. As we wait on Sam to get his iPad plugged back in. But anyway, so the Palm Springs Collegiate League or Palm Springs Summer Collegiate League, however you want to call it, PSCL, they've been coming to the Summer Ball Showdown for what the entire lifetime of the SBS. They trusted us at the beginning, and all of their guys seem to be having such a great time. So we're excited to have them talk to us about this, talk to us about the College of the Desert, because those players from the College of the Desert can be found in the KCLB. I remember a few years back us having several of them on the El Dorado Walnuts, and scattered throughout the league. So that's super cool. While Sam gets that iPad charged. So who you guys play this weekend?
We have the Ravens.
Is Lamar healthy?
Couldn't tell you. Don't care.
You just need a win.
Yep.
I gotcha.
Win and in.
Malik gonna start.
Probably Jordan Love, honestly. I mean, just depending on obviously how it progresses through the week, but they both practiced it in limited fashion yesterday. So they're kind of on the same track. Jordan Love doesn't talk to the media while he's in the quote unquote protocol, but
They said he started passing some things. I did see that.
so we'll see. I mean, I'm confident in either of them. I think that we're two very different teams depending on who's playing quarterback, but they're both good teams. So it's just kind of a wait and see what the approach is going to be. And then I don't know. I mean, I think we're obviously playing for something. I don't know that the Ravens are anymore. So I think that's
I don't know. I don't know if
can be
they're
a piece of it. They might.
Let me look to see
still
if they're out of it here.
I know with that last loss, it's pretty slim. Like even if they were to win out, I think that it was
Well,
they need someone else to lose.
they're
or
the
something.
5. They're the 5 in the wild card, so they would have to win out, and Indy would have to lose one.
That's something like that.
Well,
which
I
that's
mean-
probably pretty possible. Indy's It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I just
They've-
don't know that they're going to catch up to Houston at 10-5.
is it only one spot between all of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Makes sense.
you still have you have 2 spots left in the AFC. You have the Pittsburgh sitting in it right now, and then the wild card is Houston. So you have Houston's spot still open, and then you go to the NFC wild card race, and you have the Carolina side of it, which
Well, they're winning their division
yeah,
now.
but they haven't secured the spot.
Correct.
And then you guys are sitting at the 3rd wild card spot.
Yeah.
So it's pretty close. I mean, you guys need Detroit to lose for sure.
Yeah, if they lose, we're automatically in, which is cool. They won't lose, though. I mean, Vikings are bad.
Yeah. JJ McCarthy's out again.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll start looking for a quarterback.
I can't even tell you if he's in, if it helps him or not, to be honest.
Right.
I saw a stat when we played them last. It was like you can literally hike the ball and spike it into the ground, and your QBR rating's like a 33 or something like that. And his QBR was like a 32 after that game.
Oh,
so
wow.
it was worse than that. Something along those lines.
Sorry.
We're back.
You do know you got to plug that thing in, right?
Yeah. Well, when I've been like out Christmas shopping and getting stuff for my mom, and I just got in, and my iPad's dead, and I just plugged it in. It was on 1%, and as soon as I popped on, it just died.
It's all
So
good.
we're at-
Dave said you're out in Philly?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was that?
Good. I love coming home just for
Yeah.
a short little pit stop and kind of recharge the brain and be with the family. And it's like I could truly shut my brain off when I come here. When I'm out in California and the team and practice and all that's like I'm in like survival mode. My brain never shuts off. So when I come home, it's nice. I sleep much better. I get like a true break from everything. So it's good. Got a couple more days, then heading back out and the season will start up.
Awesome, man. That's great. You got a big family back there? Or is it just you and your folks? Or?
Yeah, well, we somewhat of a bigger family, but everybody's spread out. So
Gotcha.
my grandparents, what's actually crazy is I have all 4 grandparents still, and I'm going to be 39.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, and they both live about a minute away. So we get to see everybody. Yeah. And it's all pretty close and easy to do. And then we'll go drive out to New York and like New York, Connecticut area, and we'll visit my sister and my nephew. So it's like traveling within traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm sure they are happy to have you home, especially being as far away as you are on a day-to-day basis, because you're like Dave said that you're out there, and I was like, oh, man, that's a different part of the world, basically. I was like, that's a long ways away from school.
Yeah. Normally the weather is way colder. It's actually not that bad. It hasn't.
Yeah,
been
we're
too
kinda
bad.
feeling
I think
the
I
same
missed
thing.
the worst of it, actually. I think it was really cold like a week and a half ago and a lot of snow, and hasn't been too bad.
That's awesome, man. Great.
Well, we wanted to have you on here and chat about College of the Desert because we see some of those players in the KCLB. We want to talk about Summer Ball Showdown because you guys have been coming every year and just hear more about you and the programs you're involved in. because you're one of our biggest supporters. We just love working with you and helping the kids grow in the game and things like that. So lead us a little bit here with what you do and talk about the College of the Desert.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going on year 6 or 5 now. 5. I think this would be my 5th year. I know I got hired when COVID happened, so it was like 2 years of I don't really count them. We didn't do much, but I've been there. Yeah, this would be going on my 5th, and basically taking over a program that was always kind of like bottom level, bottom of the barrel, bottom in the state. And I was able to come in and bring along with me a few coaches that I met through pro ball and are really great guys and really capable of, all of us coming in there capable of, turning a program around. That was the goal, and especially as a younger coach. So it was great for me. It was a good start for me to get my feet on the ground. Taking over a program like that, obviously there's not an insane amount of pressure, because you really can only go anywhere but up for the most part. And it's been great. I think the first year we were there, we won the conference the first time in 50 years. And it was first time we went to super regionals, and we had a pitcher of the year and coach of the year. And it was a lot of firsts right out of the gate. So it was cool. We made a lot of noise first year in, and it grabbed a lot of attention, and it allowed, recruiting to start. Recruiting is never easy, but it's definitely rolling, better than the beginning. The beginning, we really had to get over that hill of what that place kind of had a reputation of. So, but we've made the regionals every year, all 4 years, and we've moved on 75 or more players in 4 years. I think we got ranked top 5 in the state in moving players to 4-year universities. And we've had All-American. We've had a couple guys sign pro this year that were with some of our teams past. So it's been great, and it's such a group effort. My coaches that are with me all the time. It's tough to find good help and guys that you can be around every single day and just make it not feel like a job. I'm very grateful for that. And in our school and our everybody from our athletic director to our trainers. So very much a group effort, and our guys that we bring in coming in, buying into the program, moving in from other countries, other states, and bringing them all together and kind of creating a little family. It's what it's all about. So to be in that position, to be a part of stuff like that every year, and that is what my job is on a day-to-day. I consider myself very grateful.
Nice. So what you've come out here multiple times for the Summer Ball Showdown, but I really want to talk about how your College of the Desert guys make it to the Kansas Collegiate League baseball. Before you jumped on, we talked about seeing a couple of those guys at for the El Dorado Walnuts or scattered throughout the league. Do you guys actually send them to the KCLB, or is that a choice that they make?
Yeah, awesome question. So our team is always made up. The core group will be made up of players from the Power Summer Collegiate League, which is in Palm Springs, every year, month long, give or take. And it's college players from all over the country and every level. It's a really cool dynamic. And coaches from all different colleges we usually have 10 teams. I think we've had 12 before, but that is what that whole league is made up of. And while they are all there, I'll coach my team, the Arrowhead Lumberjacks, but I kind of work with all the teams, all the players. I kind of do like league wide. I work with a lot of the hitters. I know all the coaches, so sometimes they'll reach out and say, "Hey, will you work with this kid individually? Can you work with our? We have a practice day. Would you mind coming over and talking about some hitting?" And vice versa. We do that with the pitching coaches and the guys that are more of the pitching specialists, and we'll flip flop and work with each other's teams because it's cool. That league is very developmental, emphasis on developmental. So you get a lot of junior college guys, a lot of guys that need reps. So while we're there, we start putting the word out of like, I'm going into Kansas. This tournament we've been going to, it's awesome. We do it at the end of the summer. If you guys want to still get a couple more games in. And we kind of like hand pick who we think we can come down with and compete is kind of the core of how that group comes in. And then after that, if we're short in some areas, we just, between myself, Casey, who, is the creator, the PSCL coaches, players, the networking as the years go, we just start reaching out to anyone that would want to come. So sometimes we roll in there with with a group from all over the damn place, and it works every year. We're usually pretty competitive, and you'd be surprised the guys that want to keep playing once their summer is coming to an end. And then the other funny dynamic is I'll come in there and I'll see players that I've had in the past just like walking around with other teams, and they've moved on to other colleges and they're in that tournament. I see it all the time. This year I saw two of my guys that were with me last year. It's funny. They're just walking around. They just walk right by like it's like we're in California still. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? Come talk to me. So that's funny, is I always see so many familiar faces, and you know how baseball is, small world. So every time we come in there, and my players too, whether they're from California or not, I see them talking to random players, and I'll say, hey, who is that? Oh, we played ball together. We played this together. So, that's one of the parts I like so much about that tournament, is it's just, people from all different areas coming together, and it's really well ran. And now that they got the, especially now they have the hotel there right next to the field, makes it really convenient to come in there, and you're walking distance. So a lot of guys fly in, and they don't have cars, but it's usually not an issue. It's a quick Uber to the hotel. And when you're done with your day, you're by the field, you're by the baseball field, you're by a couple restaurants. It's very convenient how that works. So we pull it off every year. I think coming up will be like year 6 or something. Maybe.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
2026 is year 6, and you guys need to be in the Final Four.
Yeah, we're trying, man. I know we came close one year, but it is. I tell you what, bringing in a massive pitching staff and not knowing how far you'll go is the tricky part. Because you want to bring everyone, you want everybody to play, you want everyone to get the experience, but at the same time, you go 3 and out, and guys don't even step on the field. If you bring too many guys, so we kind of come in knowing that everybody's got to go. If you have an arm, you might pitch.
Yep. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I think that the big picture stuff of the tournament, right? Like obviously the baseball is the baseball, and that's what everybody's there for, and the competition and like that side of it, like that speaks for itself. But you really kind of hit on a topic that I think needs to be told more, is just how connected the baseball community is, and it's such a small world. And so these guys that are coming into the tournament, and they, whether they're participating in the KCLB, whether they're playing with you guys out in California, it's quite often that we see that, like, hey, they may be here in the middle of the country this summer, and then next summer they're going to the West Coast, and then the next summer we get them connected, and then they end up somewhere on the East Coast, right? Like, and they just are able to pinball themselves into all of these different opportunities. And it's a really cool thing to kind of watch just kind of unravel as athletes are, they get older and they're playing and the levels are changing and the different things happen. But, if you're a player or somebody listening to the stuff that we talk about, like, definitely plug in, because the Summer Ball Showdown is doing a really good job of trying to provide opportunity for everyone, and really trying to get people connected, because I think coaches are meeting more coaches at the tournament, right? They're getting the chances to talk to each other and network and just get to know like who's doing what where. But then players as well too, those players find guys, whether that be in the player experience and the player tents, hanging out, talking, and just saying like, oh, where do you go to school? Where do you go to school? What do you do here? What do you do there? Right? Like, and it's just it's really starting to become like a little hub of different connections that are allowing guys to then, further on their careers. Not saying that it's the only reason, but it's just it's an opportunity for players and coaches to really kind of come together and then find different ways that they can help each other, find different ways to get connected across the country, and just doing different things to build good relationships, because baseball is definitely a relationship-based sport. And, it's kind of a who mentality in some lights. And obviously you still got to do the baseball, right? Like that's still the big piece, but it can definitely help. And it's been fun. I'm usually running around just like a dog, working the whole time and doing different physical things and just moving and moving and moving. So I don't do as much of that side of it, but it's fun to watch it, like, because I can still physically see it happening. And seeing you guys, and we appreciate you guys coming back every year, obviously, being involved with the growth of the tournament, because things have changed every year basically, and there's just been little tweaks and little things that are happening that, it's trying to get better and better and better. And, so you guys have been sticking through that and like growing with it. And I think that that's commendable, and I think that's pretty cool. But it's awesome to hear that your players are enjoying it, because at the end of the day, that player experience is definitely the backbone of what the idea behind the tournament really, started with.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I'll add there, this is a funny one from the last time I was, we just came there. We had a massive rain delay, and there was a kid just leaning on the fence all by himself while we were just walking around, hanging out. My whole team's in the dugout. We're not doing much. And I'm over there, and I just said, what's going on? When do you guys play? It was literally the only player I talked to the whole tournament like this from another team. And he was like, "Oh, we're after you." And I was just like, "Oh, you guys are in for a late night. Where are you playing at?" I think he asked me where we're from. And I said, "Oh, most of them California." He's like, "Oh, our shortstop is from California. What team?" And I told him College of the Desert. It was Nick Eli, who was my shortstop at College of the Desert. He went to Newman University in the area there.
Yeah.
So there you go. Like, what are the odds that the only kid I spoke to from another team played with the starting shortstop from my team that we sent to Newman? It's in the area. Yep. It's how crazy that works.
It's wild, man.
One of my favorite stories is every time I announce the War Dogs, I get a text message. It doesn't matter what time it is. Hey, are we playing the War Dogs first? Make it happen. And then how many times have you played the War Dogs in the tournament?
I think maybe every one.
4?
I think maybe 1 year we didn't.
I don't know. Did you play them this year?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we played them in the first 2 games. I think we might have played them. Honestly, I can't remember. It all runs together.
Yeah,
it really does. I mean, 5 days of craziness.
That's always a good group over there.
We always pride ourselves on connecting the community through baseball. What have you had any players participate in the Home Run Derby? I think you guys were always playing at that time.
Yeah, I think for the most part, but no, there was 1 year where like we might have been done well early or played way later, and a few guys went in and did that.
Why didn't you?
Can't 100% remember though.
Why didn't you go hit some tanks?
Cool. Usually.
Well, wait. You had shoulder surgery, right?
Yeah, I when I was there, I was pretty fragile still. It's coming around, but I had I think both times I was there, it was like really bad while I was there, and I didn't get the surgery yet. And then the next time I came there, I had the surgery, and it was really bad because it was recovering. So it's like, I think for 3 years you've seen me, it looks like I'm just like in a sling all the time.
Yeah, walking.
Yeah. No, it's coming around. It was definitely not an easy recovery. Just have to be so patient. 8 months they tell you, and I'm on like year and 4 months, and I'm like still funky doing push-ups. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask a little bit of a question more just on the college side. Because I think a lot of people listening to this, they know that there's college baseball coaches, but really have no idea what all goes into that, right? And what kind of the day-to-day looks like. And I train athletes for my main living, and that's what I do, and helping kids, try and find their way into college essentially is kind of part of the goal. So for you, especially when it comes to recruiting, right? What are things that you look for as a college coach and, during your recruiting process, as you guys are trying to find guys, give a little bit of, tidbit into, like, what are you looking for already, right? This time of year, it's the winter time. Like where are you at in like your future recruiting process? And obviously the portal has definitely changed some of that stuff, and there's different pieces that go into that. But for these players that are out there, because it's kind of a twofold question, but because we deal with a lot of guys that they're just kind of sitting on their hands right now, and they sit around and they live by this thought that like all of a sudden this coach is just going to call them out of the blue, and like their whole life's going to change, kind of a thing, kind of the lottery ticket mentality. And, so we constantly are trying to educate the guys like, hey, listen, like if you want this thing, you got to do it. Like you're going to have to reach out. You got to go and find places. Like you got to do some of the legwork here. So what do you guys do in your recruiting process, and, where are you kind of currently at in that, shed a little bit of light on ways that guys can try to get your attention, that type of stuff?
Yeah, man, this is a good one. I feel like you could go about an hour's worth on this
Yeah, I
topic.
know.
So I'll try to just really stick to like the for me anyway, the core part of these details is like, so for me, Twitter and video and all that stuff is phenomenal. Like that, like guys should be pounding away at that and sending it to coaches. Like, there's a gray area because like, we also get a lot of emails and videos and things, and just like it's just too many to even. You get overwhelmed. We can't watch them all. Like it's literally impossible. And so when you're creating that stuff, you have to find a way to capture a coach's attention, whether that is the subject title, whether that's the first line of what you put. So much of what we see is like field level 2020, this person's name, this, but we get 9 million of those, and it's like. Most of the time that is like that almost feels like a spam email at this point. Mm-hmm. Honestly, for me anyway, we can't sit down and watch every single person that we have no idea who you are and watch 5 minutes of your video that's blurry and we can't see anything. And it just is what it is. If I'm just being brutally honest,
mm-hmm.
But at the same time, sometimes we get very well constructed emails that are very easy to follow, that are very personable. And the video is great. And we've gotten players that way where it's like, it's kind of random, obviously I think most of us are the coaches, the area of the high schools that are in our area, that's where we're at. That's what's easiest to see for us. That's where we're going to go, the hardest, within our area. We can go see it. We can talk to the coaches. We know the coaches well. But it's a little bit everything. Like our team and how we construct our team, there is no perfect rhyme or reason. Summer ball, we get guys that reach out to us, guys that are leaving their school and want to come to us, word of mouth, coaches we know, coaches reaching out to us reaching out to coaches. It is a lot. And it's nice when you have multiple coaches taking it on at the same time. If you're a head coach and you're taking on the entire recruiting operation, that's a lot. Luckily I have a lot of coaches that keep an eye out, all have the social media, are on Twitter. And we kind of like keep each other in the loop and check out this player. They'll send me this player. We look at it. But it's a lot going on, the recruiting world right now, and what kids are able to do and what they're able to post up and all the different platforms and information and analytics. It's a lot going on, and it's good too. There's pros and cons to everything, but it's great what you can do now, where you could press a button and like thousands of people see your stuff. Where like when I was in high school, I think we sent VHS tapes to like coaches still, or something along those lines. Like I know it wasn't that easy, but and then there's just the timing aspect to it is, some may say it's, we're getting close now. I think myself and a lot of coaches, we start locking in more over Christmas break, where the fall is over. We can take a step back. We can breathe a little bit. We know what our roster size is looking like, who's coming, who's going. And then, but the season didn't start yet. So like, to me, most guys that are going into their senior year, they want to see how they're going to do. They're not committing super early. They want to see what their numbers look like. They want to see what type of offers they're going to get, so on my end, I'm not super, aggressive right at this moment, but you do have to start, kind of talking to some coaches, talking to some players, getting your name in there, introducing yourself, throwing out some visits, keep an eye on guys, get your list ready. It's a lot, so you got, you got to love to do it. Recruiting is everything. You have to have talent, and then like for me, watching, getting some good video, seeing someone move around, with myself and my coaches, if you have a good baseball eye, you don't have to watch much video to watch, to see somebody's bat speed, hands, what it looks like, mechanics, infield, the hands, how they operate, how they move, the arm angle, pitchers, it's there's a lot of it where it's like it doesn't take long to be like, yeah, there's something here. Then if they have some numbers to go with it, now that's tightening it up even more. Then the next step, or for me the final step, is always talking to their coach and really getting down to like, who is this kid? How is he on the field? How is he off the field? What is his attitude like? What are his grades like? Is he going to be a problem? Is he a hard worker? What's his baseball IQ like? Is this someone that can play right away? Is he going to need developed? That is, to me, one of the most important parts. And I think we do very well on that aspect where, and I think that's why usually most of our teams, very tight knit, all take it very serious. All their grades are solid. They know how to handle themselves. They're mature, because normally if we're talking to a coach and there are red flags, we got to make that decision of like, do we want to go in on this, or we want to know what we got coming in. So for any players, junior college play, anyone looking to move on to their next school, that's an important part of it, is like who you are and your attitude, and how are you going to affect the day to day? How's it going to affect your team? How are you in the dugout? How, your reputation, all that stuff. It's important. The numbers are always, more than half the battle in most cases, but that's a big part of it. A lot of coaches, they know that you bring in somebody that doesn't have, that part together. They could be an issue. Some people won't take a shot on that, or especially giving out big scholarships. You got to, is this investment worth it? Am I going to give $40,000 a semester to somebody that could be an issue? Am I going to give $40,000 to someone that can't handle themselves in the classroom, and it goes to waste? So, all key points we tell our guys and we put a focus on. So, I hope I answered that. I kind of tried to hit it from both.
No,
angles,
you're good.
like
You're good.
watching content, but also knowing, who is this kid that we got coming in and learning about them.
Yeah. Well, I'll put you on the spot here with this question. What would be something that catches your eye, right? Like whether that be, if kids are going to hit you up on Twitter, if kids are going to hit you up email, like what's the thing that separates them? Because I know exactly what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
100 videos a day. Hey, check this out. Look at this. Here's my stats.
It's so tough. It's so tough.
And it does. Like it
Yeah.
becomes spam. Like it's immediately, that's where it starts to filter through your brain, even though you almost feel guilty about it, because I've felt guilty.
Yeah.
Like, where I'm like, man. But then you start to prioritize the things that you got to get done in the day, and you're like, dude, I don't have time to go through all this. Like there's just no way. And so like, what's something, and you don't have to go too far into it, but like what would be a good piece of advice or a tidbit for a kid out there that might be listening that says, hey, try this, like what would that look like?
Yeah, no, I got two good ones here. They'll kind of be like two different aspects. Is number one, the video. I'm a fan of training video. Like I know everybody has game footage and cell phone game footage, and like that doesn't do anything for me. Maybe sometimes with the pitcher, and it's behind the backstop and you can kind of see, some, and if it's clear, but man, we get so much footage where it's like you hear a sound of a bat and you watch a blurry guy run to first base.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the sound of a bat and you watch a blurry guy run around. It's like all you got to do is take a phone out into the, infielder, go out, have someone 10 feet in front of you, stand a little bit left or right, fungos, and go full speed. I've also had video where guys will field the ball and not throw it, and like field the ball like they're at practice and then not throw it and just flip it to the side. And I'm like, what? I could do this. I could go out there and do the same thing. Like, it's right. Like, we want to see you move. We want to see game speed. We want to see 110%, and if you just do training video, it's like, just take a phone out there, set it up and hit 20 minutes of fungo and take some clips that you like. And it's nice and clear from an iPhone and from the front, from the back, catchers, some framing, some blocking, some throws down to second. Outfield's always a little tougher, I was an outfielder, so I know it's tougher to get footage from there. But BP from the side, BP from you could just set it up right next to you. We see the bat speed, we see the hands, so I just like close up training video at 100%. Like that always is like, that does it for me. So some people will have good game footage, and that's another thing, but most of it is not, if I'm just being honest. So I think like that's an important part of it. And then another part is a lot of guys, just the way they're built right out of the gate, small, little, like that. We're in a day and age where like, you see how everybody is built. You see how pro players are built. You see how the best players in the league are built. It's like everyone's starting to look like football players. And that's a very important aspect. It's just that's what it is. Everybody's so physical because that's the direction, you know, sports move from back in the day till now. It's like everybody is so strong and big, and strength and conditioning and bands and you know, awesome strength and conditioning coaches and information, you know, and just so just being undersized, you know, and not prioritizing weight room. It has to be like your lifestyle. It's just as important as the game of baseball. Because when you go to the next level, that's what you're up against. When you want to come right out of high school and be relevant, you're going up against a 24-year-old grown man that's in his 5th year of college. You have no chance most of the time. You know, that's not everybody. You know, there are guys that come out of high school that are rare that can go. So I'm by no means will I sit here and say like every single freshman is this. That's not the case at all. But I would say if you're going to put a percentage to it, most freshmen are, you know, under the 8 ball, being too small and mentally not ready, physically not ready. Red shirt, you know what I mean? Like that's you know, just how it goes. For me, I was, you know, thinking I was on. It's funny now I look back, is when I was in my little high school here in Western Pennsylvania, and I'm thinking I'm on the draft board, you know, and then didn't get drafted. Oh man, well definitely D1 now. Definitely D1. You know, right. I'm a 165-pound outfielder in middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, with some home runs and stuff, and can run really fast. You know, like I was a good baseball player. I think sometimes I downplay myself a bit, but just in the big picture, now that I'm almost 40, and I can look back to like where I was playing, what I was, my size, my mental baseball IQ. I'm like, thank God I didn't get drafted. Thank God I didn't go to D1. I went to Division II here in Pennsylvania, California University of Pennsylvania, and same thing. I'm rolling in there with like, you know, thinking I'm going to take this place by storm, and redshirted as a freshman, you know, and caught me off guard. And it ended up being the best thing that could ever happen because I had to get surgery. I hurt myself. That allowed me to like be patient with it, learn, you know, get comfier with. I got to go through the whole fall. I got to go through another summer of baseball. Then when you roll in, bigger, stronger, smarter, more comfortable. All the older guys are leaving. That I hit the ground running. My first year, I was like a starter almost every game. That allowed me to do what I did at that school, you know, for 4 years, break some records, do all that kind of stuff. If I play my freshman year, I might have got 20 at bats, you know, and you don't know any better. You want to play. You're stubborn. You know, you think you're good enough. And so when I can look back, I'm like, that was the best thing that could have happened for me. Yeah, I was a really good player. You know,
I love that, man. I love it. It's I think that players in this day and age, and it's not just baseball. I train kids all sports, but it's the jump from high school sports to college sports is massive, and they just most of the time, and it's just because they haven't experienced it yet, but they just don't understand what we're talking about when we talk about that jump, right? And to get noticed is one thing, but then to be able to produce is another thing. And, you know, so we are constantly reminding and trying to talk about, you know, something that you just said. It's like, man, if you're falling short in any of these areas, you're not going to be ready for what you're getting ready to walk into, right? The game is faster, the guys are bigger, they're stronger, and, you know, every aspect of the sport is going to be another level, and you got to be ready for what that level looks like and the development behind it, and then the mental aspect of it as well too. So to stand out, obviously you got to do some things that are a little bit different, and then even once you stand out and you get the attention of a college coach that's out there that might be interested in you in some aspect, you then gotta, you know, it's the rubber's got to hit the road as well, right? Like you got to put the work in, you got to show yourself, you got to be able to see what that next level has, so that way you can then try to see where you're going to fit into it. And most guys just, you know, and again, it's not to their quote unquote fault. It's just they're a lot of times like, you gotta put the work in, and ultimately that's what it boils down to, is being as prepared as you can possibly be. And even when you think you're overly prepared, you're still probably underprepared for what you're actually getting ready to walk into. So that's kind of the piece of that. But I actually have to hop off here as well too, Sam. I got a one-on-one that came in early because Christmas Eve. But
very nice.
Very nice to see you and hear you. You know, I appreciate all the work that you guys are doing. I wish you guys nothing but success here in the spring, and look forward to seeing you every summer, and we'll see you again this summer as well.
Yeah. See you in a couple months here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
absolutely.
We'll talk
Down-
soon. Have a
down
good
the
one, man.
road. All right. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Well, Dave will stay on with you.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
we can stay on and talk. Sheldon just has to go. They're gonna. Wow, this would be the first time that everybody's leaving me hanging on here and all that good stuff. Now I get to come up with all the fun questions. So, you hit on a topic that we've talked about quite often. Sheldon, you just moved me off the screen because, yeah, time out here.
Sorry. Forgot you're on.
Yeah, there we're good. We're good. Little, just running around all crazy. We talk about that often with some of the players and everything that come on or coaches, and that was a pretty good take. Obviously, we have some comments that showed up on here. One of our listeners said, you got to have that attention type of stuff. So, but outside of that, I want to talk Summer Ball Showdown because I have to recruit coaches and teams, and I want to talk about our relationship that we've built over the past 5 years. It was a shot in the dark to reach out and then get a hold of you to get you guys to come out here and do these things. I know in the past the Power or the PSCL has participated in another tournament. But I don't know if that was something you participated in or if it was Dill. We don't say the other tournament's name. We know that, but what was it about the Summer Ball Showdown that brought you guys here through our conversations?
Just honestly, when I first started coming in, I think I was probably 30, I'd have been 32 or 33. We just wanted to do as much as we could. Any opportunity that came to us where we can take a team and just go do our thing and get more reps. I was all about it. Just flying cross country for anything baseball related, especially in my younger 30s, is that's fun to me. It's let me take a new group, let me go in a new area and let's go. So he came to me with it. He's like, what do you think about going into here? And I didn't even think twice, of coming in. So now that I've been there and I know what it's about, and I'm starting to I know all the faces, and it's almost it's routine at this point because everybody's so awesome there.
It's like it's a jump point for
you
you to go home right after.
Oh yeah. And then I didn't even think of that part. That is definitely makes it that much easier because I go home to Pittsburgh at the end of every summer. So it's on the way. So it literally works out perfectly. So that is also another part of it that makes it very convenient for me.
That is an awesome factor in all of that. I remember a player showing up. I think it was the Tuesday night. Sheldon and I are out there hanging all the banners up, and he walks up and he's like, "Are these the fields we're going to be playing on?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure they are." Well, where are you from? He's like, "I just drove here from California."
We've had a couple. I think we've had a couple of drive in the past. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, but, he was going from your league back home to Illinois or something like that.
Oh, and then so he was stopping on the way.
Yeah. And then
that's what I mean, man. It's we pull it off by any means necessary. Fly, drive on your way home. We piece it together.
Right, and then of course I talk about El Dorado having a couple of your College of the Desert guys. A couple of pitchers have come out there. Do you typically keep your roster for the PSCL and the Power, or do you like to ship them off to see different things?
So you mean whenever we are done with our summer?
No, your college team. So College of the Desert, those guys, most of the time coaches send players to different leagues to get different looks and different things. And, we've had a few of your guys from the College of the Desert in the league. I just didn't know who is sending them here or if our guys are reaching out to them.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. A little bit of everything. Some guys, it kind of works this way with most of our guys is a lot of them for summer ball, we'll talk to them about it. We try to make sure everybody has a place. If somebody is clueless of what they want, they don't have anywhere to go, we'll intervene. There are a lot of guys that will start reaching out on their own, though, of leagues that they would like to be in, teams that they would like to play for. And by all means, we're like, knock on the door, be annoying. Like that's sometimes how it has to go. But then there's also coaches that we know well, and that we know they could play there, or we think that would be good for their fit, or that they're capable of playing at that level. But like the guys that you'll see in the Summer Ball Showdown, they played all summer out there, and then their school is there. So it works out that way where, like, I think they live there because of school, and instead of going home, they're playing in the area in Kansas on a team. And then when the Summer Ball Showdown happens, they're already, the team's already on board with the Summer Ball Showdown. So you'll see a couple guys because of that. But I think the main source of that is they're going to college right in that area.
Okay.
And they just stay there over summer because they have housing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just received a text message from one of our listeners. What is the worst Christmas present you've ever received?
Worst Christmas present I ever received? Man, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I got I get anything bad, I fake like I like it.
That's fair.
I would say, have you guys ever hear of something called a gag bag?
Yeah.
A grab bag? A gag bag?
Yeah. The bunch of like white elephant gag gifts or whatever.
So instead of something nice, it's like something horrible.
Yeah.
I can kind of remember something like that where I think it was my uncle Donnie, who's like a big hunter. I think it was just like chopped off deer hoofs or something, like in a bag.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Wrapped up in a present, open it up. I think it was just like deer hoofs or deer feet or something in a bag. That was that. I mean, that's all I could think of. That was a pretty bad one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of.
What's yours?
I'd have to really reach back into the memory bank for having a bad Christmas present. I don't know that I think the worst one that I've ever had would have been like when my dog got sick because he was chewing on the Christmas tree and just threw up all over the place. I mean, that would be the worst gift.
Little gift for you.
Yeah. But that, I don't know that counts. It's fun.
Count it.
Yeah. It took me a while to clean it up. It was a lot. It was
deer hoofs and dog puke. We'll count it.
Yeah. So what are the plans for the holidays? I mean, you said that you're going to see the grandparents. You're going to go to New York or the Connecticut area. The Summer Bowl Showdown's known for its food. So any good food things that you're going to be doing up there?
We'll do like tonight's really low key. Like I said, most of my family's spread out. Like all my aunts and uncles and everyone, their kids are all over. They all go out to see them and their grandkids. So like it's pretty low key for the most part. But tomorrow, yeah, my grandparents live, both of them, 5 minutes away. So we'll go to one for a couple hours, go to the other one for a couple hours. But my grandparents are straight from Italy, like Rome area. So we'll always have, spaghetti and meatballs and sausage everywhere and wine. And, that's right up my alley. So that's my big, cheat day. Anything goes. I try to eat, somewhat healthy, but tomorrow is no restrictions.
So what's your Christmas stogie?
Oh, you know what is funny? I just smoked one last night because my friend from Chicago gave me one. Have you ever heard of the brand? It's called Tabak, Tabak.
I have not.
It was good though. Because I stopped in Chicago on my way to Pittsburgh to see him. We hung out for a day or two, and we smoked one there. He showed me, and then he gave me one to take home, and I smoked it last night. I don't think they're very expensive, but it was really good. Not like what you give me.
Oh, we are very, very spoiled here with our cigar guys. Matt Jabara at JT's Liquor, Valentino Cigars. He always does some fun things with us, and then we have Brett Harrington at River City Cigar. So maybe if you could get here on a Tuesday, I could take you to River City.
I always come in absolute last.
Yeah, you miss the coaches dinner, which
I always have a player coming in to grab our stuff every
year.
year.
Those things, but Sean talked about smoking a cigar with you in the player tent, and he was like, that was awesome. That was just a great conversation. And all that good stuff. So, our relationship continues to grow, whether it's with the league, whether it's through Summer Ball Showdown and all kinds of stuff. Are you going to be at ABCA?
No.
Okay. Well, bummer. I'm actually going for the first time.
Hey, I got one. Hopefully my thing doesn't die, but it says 1%. It's been on 2 the whole time. I just saw it go to 1.
Well,
just a warning.
It's in Columbus, Ohio.
I've never went. I heard it's cool though. Coaches everywhere, just like a big baseball event.
Yeah. So, well, if your iPad's gonna die,
no, we can go.
You're just gonna disappear on me, which is
if I
fine.
disappear, you know what happened.
Yeah. So I guess I'll give you the stage. Is there anything that you want to talk about for players that might be watching, coaches that might want to get in contact with you, or anything like that? Shout outs and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I would just say, I'll kind of throw the because it's where we come from, the Palm Power Summer Collegiate League. For coaches or players, like we take everyone from everywhere, developmental, heavy, really good for your players that didn't get to play a lot, that need reps, that are young, that are coming right out of high school. It kind of is a younger league, and you're in a vacation area out in Palm Springs for a month. It's great. Everything's all in one area. You could survive without a car. It's viciously hot, but it's a beautiful place. We play out of the Angels Old Spring Training Facility, and that's a big project we take on in the summer. It's really fun. So I think it's going on. It's like 8th year, maybe, give or take. And just to my my coaches at COD that are with me all the time: Casey Dill, Reed Santosh, John Tessier, Dalton Thomas was with us this year, Richie Amavisca coming in. Some of our older players are coming in as assistant coaches, which is cool, watching it come around full circle. Some of the guys that were here earlier that helped us get it rolling, they're coming on as coaches. So love to see that. But those are my guys. That's who I'm with those guys year round. They're like my family. You wouldn't believe how much time we spend together, coaching together in the summer, coaching together during school ball, and everything in between. So, I'm very grateful. I have awesome people around me, my family, my coaches, and what I'm able to do, to play for 6 or 7 years at a pro level, transition that into coaching, and really take all of the ups and downs and craziness in my playing years and watch that go full circle into, making that very relevant for, relating to my players and coaching them and knowing what they're going through and be able to really talk things out. Because I had to go through the same thing they did, and go through all those hoops to really engage with them and understand where they're coming from. So just very grateful for my whole run. And for players, like, it gets rocky. There's no getting around that. You have to love how hard it gets. I've said a few times, in podcasts like this, but if you don't have that piece in you, that it'll just wipe you out, because it gets so hard. Like, you want to make it to the top. It's the way this thing works. Baseball is such a failure sport, and you have to be so resilient and mentally tough, and injuries, and there's a lot of it that's not fair, or you won't think it's fair, or you're not where you want to be, or you're not making as much money as you want, or that's just things you got to battle when you go through it. And you have to truly love it, and you have to love how hard it is, or it will take you out, because it gets tough. So don't think any players or anyone just skips through and it's all easy and great for everyone. Everybody has their stories and their comeback stories, and you got to go. Most players want to be a professional and be on TV. You have to take Bryce Harper's job. You have to take Aaron Judge's job. You have to take Tatis's job. Like, that's how you have to think. It's how good you have to be. That's how hard are you willing to work to be that person? And most are like, you work kind of hard. You have to be nuts. That's just the way it is. And most don't have it. Most don't go hard enough. If you want to be that, like, 0.5% in the entire universe that gets to play baseball on TV, what are you doing to get there? Ask yourself that. So I guess that's just my last thing I'll throw out there.
Yeah, man, you hit the nail on the head in every aspect. I mean, this was an awesome conversation and all of that good stuff. But at this, we've hit our time, man. Like we're an hour 9 in, and it's been an awesome conversation. I will get this posted up. And do you want me to tag the league, tag the school? How do you want me to do all that?
Yeah, you can do both. PSCL, COD, myself,
Okay.
Casey. You could throw us all in there.
All right, sounds good, man. Well, Sam, thank you for jumping on with us, making some time away from family, and really digging deep with us for our episode with you guys. I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, and it's awesome that our relationship continues to grow, and I'm thankful for that, and yeah, all that good stuff. Have fun.
Yeah, have a good holiday. Enjoy the family. Be safe, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. We'll catch you later.
Bye, Dave.
Well, solo here, and I guess that's it. Episode 48, Christmas Eve, with the Palm Springs Collegiate League and head coach, College of the Desert, Sam DiMatteo. I just want to thank everybody for joining us. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Be safe, eat good, enjoy the people that you're surrounding yourself with, the loved ones. I'm thankful for the family that I have and the family that we continue to grow throughout our entire organizational structure and the cities we're in. And yeah, have a Merry Christmas and stay blessed. Thanks for joining us.